Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Joan Osborne.
When he came home from the ocean, I would lay him down. One by one, uncurl his fingers, calloused, cold, and brown. I would take his day inside me, sparks of iron and clanging steel, shouts of workmen in the shipyards, watch the seabirds reel. Salt of sea and salt of body, grease upon his head, rocking of the ships at anchor there inside the bed. When he came home from the ocean, tired and dirty, half undressed, I would take his day inside me. That was when I loved him best. Ocean, tired and dirty, half undressed, I would take his day inside me. That was when I loved him best.
That's very sweet. Joan Osborne, Radio Woodstock 100.1, live from Bearsville Theater. Congratulations on surviving the winter, guys.
Thank you. You too. You guys had it worse up here.
Yeah, where were you?
We were in Brooklyn.
Well,
and traveling around too. So.
You got some bigger storms than us, though.
I guess so. But
it was
I think
bad for everybody.
Yeah, it was
everybody
bad.
involved, it was awful.
I mean, Boston maybe got the worst of it. And that was
yeah, they got worst ever, right?
Yeah.
And now it's 60 degrees and everything's okay.
And everything feels good. Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You have Love and Hate, and you have the Trigger Hippie record out now. Love and Hate, which one is easier to write songs about?
Gosh, that's a good question. I think it really depends on the frame of mind that you're in. You know, if you're in a hating frame of mind, you can't write a love song, and vice versa.
But if you're in a hating frame of mind, do the songs come easier than a love song?
I think it's easier to be really specific. Where love songs, it's tough to write an original one when you're feeling all like, oh. But the hate, it tends to be easy to come up with some real particular exact.
What's
scenarios.
more personal?
Yeah.
Hate is more personal.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but I guess just from my experience, it was easier.
And we love the Trigger Hippie record too,
which
came out last year. It's got a lot of great songs on it, and I know that you've been a professional hippie for many years now. I think even before you were in the Dead, right?
I guess, yeah. People have certainly, laid that title on me, and I can't really. I wouldn't say that I could deny it. So, it's the curly hair, the long curly hair, the mostly no makeup thing. So yeah, I guess I can. Eating health food and stuff. I can
Are you
call
vegan,
myself that.
vegetarian, any of those?
No, just try to do organic food whenever I can.
Okay. And Keith is sitting here with the grand
Mr.
piano and the keyboards and the guitar and what else? Do you bring anything else, Keith?
Whatever they want me to play.
Okay. Whatever it takes?
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Okay. The show tonight here at Bearsville Theater. Are there new songs? Do you have new songs, Joan?
Well, we've got a bunch of songs that we draw from, and the great thing about doing this duo is that we kind of will pull out a surprise every now and again, and things that aren't on the set list, and things that I've never recorded, and it's a real sort of mixed bag. You know, I might pull out a song that I haven't done, you know, in many, many years, and you know, things that I've done with other bands, and so it's a surprise. You never know. It's like a
don't know.
surprise thing.
Yeah,
Things that
Keith
Keith
is over
has
here
never
going,
played
yes,
before.
Yes, it's always a big surprise.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, I've never asked you about the song "One of Us." Was that your thought? What if God was one of us? Is that an original thought from you, Joan?
Well, actually, I did not write that song. It was a guy named Eric Bazillion, who he and I and a couple of other guys were writing the songs for Relish, and he like woke up in the middle of the night and had this idea for a song and ran to his 4-track and recorded it. And the way he tells it, he heard it with the voice of the guy from the Crash Test Dummies singing it.
Yeah,
So that
Brad,
very
right.
super low, low. And he did a version of it that was like that had this sort of super low, almost Leonard Cohen-y, dirge-like vibe. And he brought it into the next day to the studio just to kind of show us, and hey, look what I did. And that's when the producer, Rick Chertoff, kind of looked at him and said, I think you need to give that song to Joan. And I was like, well, okay, if you want. And my take on the lyric was much more that it was like an innocent question that a little kid would come up and, you know, tug on your sleeve and ask you, and a question, you know, like kids ask you these questions that you don't really have an answer for and that make you really think about what you actually believe, and that's what I thought was cool about it. So that's the way that record turned out. But the thought started with Eric Bazillion.
All right. 8 o'clock show tonight here at Bearsville Theater. Joan Osborne, and play us another song.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
We're going to do one called Mongrels from the Love and Hate record. I got a beatbox in my iPhone, so. Whatever happened to this? It was an island of bliss in this ridiculous place. But now the river runs black, and I don't know the way back. I feel it going to waste. We are the mongrels underneath the table, fighting for the leavings, tearing them to shreds. We are the mongrels rolling on the floorboards, unaware of the banquet up above our heads. I reach across the divide, I wanna take you inside, but something's holding me down. There is a thorn in my side, it's coming on like a tide, these tender feelings to drown. We are the mongrels underneath the table, fighting for the leavings, tearing them to shreds. We are the mongrels rolling on the floorboards, unaware of the banquet up above our heads. This is a chance for the prize. It's waiting here in my eyes. You hardly look at me now. With every beat of my heart, I wanna make a new start, but I don't seem to know how. We are the mongrels underneath the table, fighting for the leavings, tearing them to shreds. We are the mongrels rolling on the floorboards, unaware of the banquet up above our heads. We are the mongrels underneath the table, fighting for the leaving.
Radio Woodstock 100.1. Joan Osborne tonight at Bearsville Theater. Joan and Keith, thank you guys so much. You're doing. Are you double timing now with Keith and with Trigger Hippie on a little tour? Because I know we're gonna
Double
see
time.
that.
That's kind of that's an odd word to use,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm
Is that what's going on here?
yeah, I got a thing on the side, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing Trigger Hippie gigs. We did a bunch of shows last weekend. We were at the Stone Pony in New Jersey, and we were at the Capitol Theater, and we got a bunch of festival shows coming up this summer. We're going to be playing Mountain Jam this
Yeah.
summer, so we have a lot of Trigger Hippie work. But I'm also doing a lot of shows, duo shows with Keith, and some shows with my full band. So I'm keeping pretty busy.
So you're triple timing.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Right.
It's amazing how I find the energy, really.
Yeah, that's good. You sound great. You look great.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank you.
great show. Thank you, Joan.
Thanks so
thank
much
you,
for
Keith.
having us.
Radio Woodstock.